What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. Oh man, let's talk about it. Remember I sold y'all and I dropped that little gem about how Cameron cockblocked Mace from getting Foxy Brown and up in there. And that's what really got Jay hot. And y'all, I told y'all I was gonna elaborate on that a little later because none of y'all really knew what I was talking about in this situation. And I try to make it as quick as possible for y'all so y'all can get caught up with it. So make no mistake about it, Jay and Mace didn't like each other. But Mace fan base was through the roof. He sold 3 million records on his album, and he felt he was nice. And you met Mace, you know his ego is through the roof, and his confidence level rather. So anyway, the Bad Boy No Way Out tour, which is probably right now at the 20-year anniversary date when all this was going down. Now, Jay-Z's got his Volume 1 album out, and on the tour, because Puff liked Jay and how him and Big was tight, Puff is executive producer of that album, basically. The hitman. They were making all the beats, for Puff and stuff at that time. So that was his little project. So Jay, was trying to fill in the Biggie shoes and wanted to trust Puff and team and with all the beats and everything. So anyway, Jay was the opening act on the tour. Foxy Brown is on the tour. Cameron's on the tour. You got everybody. Busta Rhymes, Mace, and Diddy. They were the main. They were the headliners. So as the shows and dates went on, Mace and Foxy began to conversate, because it was a lot of stuff going on, a lot of tension with Lil Kim and Foxy in there from Foxy stealing her set, doing all kind of stuff on the tour that they were like, look, this ain't even worth it. But before all that happened, D Dot was out there when they had a couple of dates and they talked because D Dot was doing Foxy's next album. At this time, Foxy is the biggest thing out from Def Jam. She's way bigger than Jay-Z at this time. Even though Jay wrote and got paid more probably from the album than Fox. But Fox is the bigger star. So Jay's out there performing his stuff first. He's got Streets is Watching stuff, and then him and Mace see each other, and they don't really speak at all. Now they out there, they watch Mace and all them on the stage do their thing, and that's that. Now Mace and Fox, they was having a conversation like in the back, and Cam was there, and Cam was sitting there because he was salty. He felt like, now, I know I told Mace I wanted to get Foxy on this joint because I got my deal coming. I was waiting on Un because Puff is taking all day trying to sign me. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't waiting on Mace to get this thing going, man. Me and Un, we got our understanding. We know what we doing. I'm gonna mess with Un. Cause at the end of the day, it's up to me. It's Harlem or nothing. I gotta eat, yo. So, that's Cam in a nutshell. He ain't worried about no Mace. He worried about Cam. So, he was talking about having Fox on there. He was trying to get Cam on the project, and it was more than likely they were going to get Kim on the project because Kim and Un was really tight. So the fact that those two were tight, he felt we could make that happen. But Kim ended up going over with Puff, and Puff kind of got him out of the way because he was being too aggressive with trying to get Kim to do this and get Kim to do that. And it was like, Puff, like, look, I got the papers on Kim now. So that's done. So anyway, Cam was trying to get Foxy to do something, and Foxy was like, yeah, I do it. And he was all excited. And when Mace was talking to her they was talking about doing something, Cam threw his little hate wrench in and was going around like he was really happy for Mace and what was going on, even though Fox and Mace was talking in private. You know, he was gonna come out. That's what I'm talking about. That's what Harlem niggas do. Yo, that's what we do, son. Yeah. We pull a Brooklyn chick. You know, every now and then we pull a little Brooklyn girl. You know what I'm saying? I see my man Mace Murray over there making this move with Fox. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. And he all loud about it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even like that. But he was telling it to Dame. So Cam squealing over to Dame. You know, Dame gonna happen to run that by Jay. Yo, Mace trying to mess with your pockets, son. You gonna let him play you like that? Y'all thought you was a Brooklyn nigga. Thought Brooklyn niggas don't let Harlem niggas just take their shit. You know, Dame gonna clown him. Because Dame don't care either which way it go. What you gonna do? You gonna go over there? You gonna handle that? You gonna handle that with your fists? Huh, Jay? I wanna see how Brooklyn get down. So he's over there clowning. He's over there clowning Jay over the whole situation. And all because of the fact that he's clowning him and everything, Jay's just quiet and really saying nothing. It's like, man, you silly. But then he talked to Fox about it and was like, he's like, so you want to work with homie now? She was like, what? That's what's up. Oh, it ain't Brooklyn no more? You want to go to Harlem? So it wasn't even that at all. She was like, nah, they just wanted to do a song, but you know, it ain't nothing like that. It's business. So Mace was like, man, this dude Cam. But the thing was, Cam wanted to do this song. He wanted to get a female rapper on it, and he's trying to get his Confessions of Fire and all that stuff pushed out. And what he was working on was a song called Me and My Boo. He wanted to get Foxy or Kim on that joint. And they thought they was gonna get Kim, and that didn't work. And he could get Fox. He ended up having to get Charlie Baltimore. You know, ended up burning a lot of bridges, and ultimately, you know, things didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? So she ended up doing a song with Mace. Now, were they on the studio at the same time? Nobody knows. But what happened was Jay fell out with because the communication with Foxy died off with Mace. You know, Mace and Fox didn't really talk too much. So Jay started having problems on his set. They cut his time on stage. And Jay was like, after he performed in New York, he was like, well, I really don't need this tour. And that was the tour where they got the actual go-ahead to get the beat for, what's his name? From Hard Knock Life, which actually made Jay-Z when they were in New York and they played that beat. And that was the last show Jay did. Jay was off the tour. He was like, I'm gone. Forget that. So he decided to, like, well, I'm at the crib. I might as well just get off my stop right here. I'm off the tour. There's too much stuff going on tour. The engineer's not fixing stuff for our sets and everything, man. Forget that. But everybody else stuff worked, but ours ain't working. Then now y'all want to cut our time in half? Nah, forget that. We done. And he felt that it was probably Mace, you know, and them pulling the strings. So when he got out and left, he was doing the video, The City Is Mine. So when they was like, oh, Jay and them left the tour, Mace was like, well, whatever. Cam was like, yeah, we need that time. We need that time. So Jay was, you know, Cam was very excited about that. Harlem World on the rise. So busting them, they all had more time. So next thing you know, he called Fox. Like, yo, about a week later, he had a show and he wanted Fox to be at the show. And she was supposed to, you know, do her date. She left the show and left the date and left the tour to come ride with Jay. She did that for him. And I mean, this was like one of them like dusty old 5 people there type of promotion. It wasn't even set up right. And she was like, we did this just for 10 stacks. Wasn't even like 10 stacks, you know, and I just did that. Like, they had to split 10 stacks. She's like, you dragged me off the tour for this, but I did it for you because, you know, you Brooklyn, you my man. So Jay had to do that sunshine garbage. So anyway, getting to this song here with DJ Clue. They did this song on Clue tape the very next year. Foxy Brown, Fab, and Mace. It came out in 98. I don't know who was drunk enough to put 1999. That's the way. I like it. That's the way. And it was on DJ Clue's debut album. He put Mace, Foxy, and Fab on the same song. Jay was hot. Clue didn't know there was a problem. Like, that would be a real problem with Jay. Jay had an attitude. He was really pissy about it because he was like, don't do that. If anything, don't do that. He was really pissy about it. But then Jay started to blow up. Hard Knock Life came. Jay started selling millions. He cared less about it. He used basically half the budget for Foxy Brown's album. They used that when they wrote the album for China Doll. She had a big budget rollout. They was going, China Doll was supposed to be this big album, and they fought hard. The studio, everybody wanted Mace. They didn't want Mace. Jay and them didn't want Mace. D-Dot didn't want to work with him, you know, and thought it would be great to get Mace on the tape. But they rather had Jay eat up the budget and get people on there and get all these other people on the album. It was a big compilation album. She probably had two, maybe 3 songs on her own. Everything else is DMX. Somebody else. Her album, China Doll, became a whole mess. It was a whole mix and definitely lost everything as far as appeal. And she would just end up being criticized because even from this song, she was trying to sound like Lil' Kim. And everybody's like, man, she sound like Lil' Kim now with all the ad-libs on it. But this was on the first Clue tape, The Professional. So that's how it went down. That's how Cam ended up, you know, trying to throw a monkey wrench at Mace's, you know, thing, trying to blow it up. And this wouldn't have went nowhere had he just kept his mouth shut and just let Fox and Mace talk it out. So now you know. I'm out.